haters, they call me the champ. They know what it is, know what I do, know who I am, who don't understand. Yeah.
Welcome back to the Football Clinic, and we're here back again. Talking about the UCL, one of the toughest UCL draws we've seen in a long time, especially from the quarterfinals.
True.
We have Borussia Dortmund versus Atletico, PSG versus Barcelona, Man City versus Real Madrid, and then we have Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. And we'll start with Atletico and BVB. And what do you think the outcome of that game will be?
Not to cut you off, you guys have watched the meme of AC Milan or in general Ronaldinho when the game is about to start.
Yeah, it's very.
The licking of the lips.
That's exactly. I mean, UCL. I mean, it's not what we're talking about, but UCL Europa, everything is looking raw.
Looking good.
Really.
Yeah.
With the whole Dortmund and Atletico Madrid game, I think Atletico will be going to the game as a little favorite, just a little bit, above Dortmund. Dortmund might not be as convincing as ATM, but hey, from what we've seen yesterday, what Barca did to ATM, even though maybe league form might not translate in the UCL, but I feel like as a team and as the coach of Simeone, he has the experience on this stage, more experience than the Dortmund team.
Well, for me on this one, Atletico are a weird club. When
they
face a hard opponent, they show up. But being Dortmund, no disrespect to Dortmund, Dortmund is they're a proper team. I feel Dortmund will go through because I feel they will play the better football.
Okay.
So because of that fact, and it's not one of those nice Atletico against the wall. They are pushing and looking for a winner. I think BVB go through over the two legs for this one.
Yeah. Okay.
I definitely take Atletico Madrid because of the style. BVB wants to play out from the back, keep the ball. Once you do that, Atletico is like, okay, I'll give you the ball, I play on counter. And I feel like it is just set up perfectly for an Atletico. The style is set up perfectly, you know. So I think Atletico goes through there. Not easily, but maybe by a 2-goal margin over the two legs.
On form.
Griezmann is on form,
And then we have Mbappe versus Xavi Hernandez, because there's really no Barcelona player that stands out. This is Mbappe,
versus
the manager. Because this is Mbappe's last shot at winning the UCL, because he's not signed unless he surprises us.
Alone.
Last show
Alone.
at PSG.
Last show at PSG with the UCL. Can he finally bring PSG's first UCL against Barcelona? This is a very 50-50 game. Very hard to predict which way it will go, but because Mbappe is the A side in this one, I'll pick PSG to go over Barcelona.
I don't know with this one, because it could go either ways, because Barca, again, just like ATL, they seem to be on and off. When they're on their days, like, they play beautiful football, they win games convincingly. But on other days, it's like, who is this team? Who are these imposters? So I really don't know how they're going to show up. And it's Luis Enrique versus his old club.
Old club.
So does he have their number? Does it have everything?
Barcelona has PSG's number with the 6-1 remontada. So
we never know. So this game again 50-50, but I will be going for a PSG win because they have the Mbappe, who is on serious form right now. He is arguably one of the best players right now in world football.
All right, the last time Mbappe played against a decimated or low-level type of Barcelona team, he had a hat-trick in I don't know how many minutes, especially in the second half. He just killed them. But you can say it's COVID period, so maybe it doesn't count the same way it counts during, with the fans being there and stuff like that. My head says Barcelona because as a team, Xavi is doing quite well recently.
Xavi's last season as well.
He's doing quite well recently. Ever since he said he's leaving, he's doing quite well. Bringing in new players. Christensen now playing in the midfield, kind of like anchoring that defensive role because they kind of looked a bit open playing all these, for me, midfield has to have balance, right? And he never had balance really. Everybody was forward thinking, attacking minded. De Jong, Gundogan, Pedri.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now they have that balance, and then want to bring up the 17-year-old that is making waves right now, Kubasi, right? So they have, and Cancelo right now is also stepping up in form. So my head logic, based off how they're playing, says Barcelona, but I can't.
Rule out.
No, I can't bet against Kylian baby goat. Baby goat. I can't bet against Kylian Mbappe at all because in the Champions League is about moments, right?
Yeah.
And the special ones deliver in the special times, right? So I feel like when he's called upon, he will deliver. And let's not forget, it's not like PSG. I think the hype of PSG is down.
Yeah.
Because most of the stars are gone.
Yeah.
But it's not like they don't have like solid players.
They do.
They have really solid players.
Yeah.
When you talk about okay, we all maybe because of the World Cup final, we kind of don't rate him anymore, Ousmane Dembele. But he could choose to show up against Barcelona. He knows that.
Yeah, he's not really performed this season, but
he could choose to show up that day. You know what I mean? And obviously, the 17-year-old kid that they have, Zaire Emery, right?
Zaire.
Quality box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, and he has a lot of energy. So their team is really good. It's an even contest, and Mbappe puts them
a little bit higher
over the edge for me. Yes.
And then we have the surprise, the guys, the noise makers, Arsenal. Are they really the surprise? There's no surprise to be here, because they have not been here.
Okay.
You know that old classmate that shows up to the class. Guys, I'm back.
You thought you were dead.
And then they're back. Arsenal actually slight favorites over Bayern. The only reason people will not respect Arsenal is because of their history, and
heritage, man.
Yeah, even though
football
Bayern,
heritage.
Even though Bayern are not having the best of form or the best of seasons, they still would lean towards Bayern. But Arsenal is the favorite. But yeah, this game is which can also play a factor because Bayern will be like, we cannot lose to these guys. Ain't no way we are going to lose to Arsenal. No Arsenal. And please, Bayern, help us, make noise, help. Please remove these guys.
For me, because we might talk about the EPL title later on or whatever, but because I am Liverpool fan and I want any sort of distraction or more games for Arsenal, I would rather they qualify into the semis. They beat Bayern, so that means more games and other things to talk about. Bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
So they have something else to talk about. So I think in this game, again, 50-50, like how you started the whole show, this quarterfinal has been one of the tightest over the recent years.
It's hard to pick one,
It's hard to pick one.
Yeah.
From the Dortmund, Barca, PSG, even this one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the Kane injury he'll be back in time for it. The ankle injury.
He'll be
I don't know if
back. Because of the international break, I think he'll be back.
Yeah, so we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. So he is, I think, the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Without Kane, that it would be a little bit easier
for Arsenal.
Yeah. But with Kane in it, he has a number. He could pull up anytime just because he hates it that much.
All right. First of all, I have a couple of biases. One, I'm a Chelsea fan, so clearly, I wouldn't want to see Arsenal in the semi-final, right? Yeah. Two, I love Thomas Tuchel, so clearly, I want him to go forward. I'm a fan of Harry Kane.
Me too.
Yes, so I want to see, and one of my favorite young kids, Jamal Musiala. So there are so many things that lead me to say I would want Bayern Munich to qualify. Yeah. Now, the football that Bayern Munich is playing at the moment, honestly, I try to watch their games and try to give myself hope.
Like they're kind of good.
Like let me see what you got.
About,
let's not forget if they have one or two injuries, Eric Dyer is part of their back.
Yeah.
Opamecano is part of their back. Still, I haven't seen him consistently being world class in Matthias de Ligt.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of holes in that back, and now they play Kimmich at right back just to kind of like solidify the back a little bit, which means there's a hole in the midfield. So overall, I feel like Arsenal are going to have the ball because they're going to dominate that midfield. Yeah. Yes, Arsenal are going to have the ball, and Bayern is not a team that is used to playing on a break. Yeah. They have obviously Leroy Sané and Jamal Musiala. Gnabry has come back and he's bagging goals. Yeah. So they have those players that could play on the fast break and stuff like that. But again, my brain says Arsenal goes through. Yeah. Now we have to talk about the pressure, the football heritage. Yeah. All right. Will Saka show up? I know Odegaard will. The way Odegaard is playing, the freedom of Odegaard.
He's used, playing for Madrid parent club. He's used to these nights. He's used to these nights. Yeah.
I know Odegaard will show up.
Declan Rice.
Definitely. Okay.
New territory.
No. The reason why it doesn't apply to Declan Rice because his role on the ball is not as much. So I feel like defensive players can get into a new environment and still perform because you don't have to have the pressure is on people who have to make the chances or score at the other end. Declan Rice doesn't have that pressure. Not that he wouldn't involve himself in the goals, but he doesn't have that pressure. He just doesn't. So he will perform. Saliba will perform. What's his name? Gabriel will perform. Ben White. Yeah, their defense will perform. No doubt. Now the question is Saka, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, will
Gabriel
they?
Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Will they perform? Trossard actually he will.
He will step up.
He's too old to
panic.
Yeah, to panic. I feel like he's mature enough. He's been around the block, so I feel like he will do something. It's about Saka. Will Saka be able to create a mismatch because he is compared to his matchup that he would have, whoever they choose to put on the left hand side. Okay. Alfonso will be a tough matchup for him, but they're not. Alfonso, I feel like, is more of a threat going forward than defensively. Not that he cannot put in a shift, he can, but because they will rely on him going forward so much, maybe I feel like Saka would have that edge to do things on that right hand side. But again, at the end of the day, I want to see Bayern qualify. No lies, because of all the factors that I said before. But the better team over the two periods. It's. I think it will be one of these games. Arsenal dominates. They're the better team over the two legs. Bayern qualify.
I feel like the game will be won or lost at home. Home. So if you win at your home, you are through.
I don't. Allianz Arena is not the same Allianz Arena that it used to be.
But I think for this game, I think they'll show up because Bayern cannot let this happen. Bayern cannot let Arsenal go to that far. And because, yes, Arsenal is the better side, but Bayern should make it a 1v1 because I think player for player, Bayern Munich have better qualities.
No.
No. I think so.
No.
Player for player, I think they have better qualities.
What do you mean player for player?
Player for player. Let's go Leroy Sané, Martinelli.
And Saka.
No, Leroy Sané.
No, because Leroy Sané plays on the right hand side.
It's
and
almost,
Saka plays
right
on the right
now,
hand
based on form, it's almost the same.
No,
Leroy Sané is
but okay, who would you choose? Saka or
you
Leroy
would choose Saka, but it's almost the same. You can give or take
It
any.
depends, though.
Because Leroy Sané will score and also create. He's actually one of the Bayern's best players.
No, I'm not denying, but this Bayern.
But
This
it's not
Bayern.
clear
This.
Sané, though.
It's not
It's
clear.
just-
No, it's not
there's
clear,
no
but
preference.
who
There's
is
no
better?
preference.
But who is better?
Currently.
Okay, when I watch them
No, who is the better
when
player?
I watch them play, Sané gives more in the game than Saka.
But who's the better player? Come on. Saka or Sané? Who's the better player?
I think for me it's anything goes. Anything
No,
goes.
come on, no.
Saka.
That would be
Edging him a little bit.
It's not even a Premier League. I know Premier League people have Premier League bias, but it's not even about.
Sané play. Sané is
Even
playing
last
Saka
weekend,
yeah.
Sané was taken out because of his miss. Like Sané could be a player who is basically a player on form. Like he's a player if he's in it. He's in it. What Saka now? He doesn't really have to be in the game. Saka has a Salah-esque.
Stepping up.
Yeah,
But
he
against
just
Porto, he was silent.
What I mean is Saka does not have to be on form to give you something. He could actually give you a good cross or a cut back to Ben White, something that would affect the game in some way. Whilst Leroy Sané, if he's not totally on form, he's in his head, Leroy Sané, I think. So I would definitely take Saka.
When you go Kane, nobody gets over Kane. And then you have Musiala versus Martinelli. I think
Musiala versus Odegaard.
Why?
Musiala because they are the 10.
No, he's not playing 10.
No, he is actually playing 10 now. Because this guy Davis takes the left hand side, like takes the whole line.
Yeah.
So and then Thomas Muller is the one playing in the 10 row.
Yeah, but like where Jamal Musiala, yes, okay, maybe formation wise, but where he picks up the ball and where he operates, it's more in the half spaces and 10. So I would go Jamal Musiala first. Actually, I love Jamal Musiala a lot. As a creator, I'll take Odegaard. As a total package game, I'll take Jamal Musiala.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why don't you talk about?
And then Declan Rice is like
the best.
The midfield Arsenal
actually has Bayern has no mid because if Kimmich goes to play back, Kimmich and Ben White is pick 'em at this current moment.
Kimmich is not on good form.
So it's a pick 'em, right? You could be tempted to take Ben White even. No disrespect to Kimmich, right?
Yeah.
Playing as a right back, not as a footballer. I don't want to be saying, no. As if he goes to go play right back, I could be tempted to take Ben White over Kimmich, right? And then in their midfield, there is no comparable player to Declan Rice.
Yeah, that's on that one.
And then if we go defense, forget about it. The only person that gives you
Neuer
and Alphonso Davies are the only
over Gabriel.
Delete.
Yeah.
Over Gabriel.
Has been in and out of the team.
Come on now.
Like this.
Gabriel is actually one of the best centre backs in the Prem.
Yeah. Are you using the hype that Delete had to judge right?
He has never. He's not fulfilled
it. Yeah. No. He has in and out. We don't know if it's him or it's just the coach who's not.
The coach is not consistent.
Yeah, sure. Let's blame the coach.
Yeah.
He's not it right now. He's not it.
All right, but Bayern should be the bigger guys. Being that their last game is at the Allianz Arena, they should.
And because of the heritage in UCL, they've been here before, so they should be able to pull through.
And then we have the final one: Real Madrid versus Man City.
What a game!
What a game!
The Jude apologetics come outside.
Hey, so
come outside.
Should Jude boss this game? Would you give him the respect that he deserves?
Let me make this statement.
Yes,
he can't.
Wait, hypothetical. I'm dreaming. I'm high on.
Okay. Delusion.
Delusion.
Yeah.
Delulu.
Yeah.
So let's say he bosses this game.
Okay. I'm still gonna give you the same answer. You know, I'm giving you the same answer. I'm giving you the same answer because the way Real Madrid plays him, it's not for him to boss the game. So I'm not even blaming him for not bossing because that's not.
He comes up clutch.
But that's Jude. His whole moniker is about coming up clutch. It's not.
Wait, you just said that maybe the Real Madrid doesn't play him that way for him to boss and control the tempo, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But what if he is the deciding factor? He does everything he has to do perfectly.
Which has been doing,
Which
he has been doing. So,
and he steps up, he scores the winning goal, assist, or he does something monumental that the special players in these moments do. When he does that, are you going to come here and give him the respect that he deserves?
Yes, I will. It's just, I'm not saying he can't do it.
Yeah.
He has, again, I rate Jude Bellingham as in a great prospect going forward.
Okay.
Box to box prospect going forward.
Yeah.
I don't rate the prospect of him being a 10 going forward. Now it is working with the assist and goals. Yes, I'll give him that. I don't expect him to boss this game. Matter of fact, possession will be controlled by City.
We know that.
Yes. And showing up, so you would have to now have okay, so if City is going to have the possession, then how can he affect the game? Because we have to be. If I try to judge him on number of touches and this that, he's gonna fail my test.
True.
You get me? So basically, I'm setting him up for failure.
Yeah.
But that's not how I feel like you should watch the game in a sense, because you have to see, okay, within the parameters with which he has to work with and operate within, the 40 to 45% possession they will have.
Yeah.
What will he do within that period?
Yeah.
So I'll be watching every single touch.
Yeah.
and what he does. And I'm not gonna say, oh no, this touch was not perfect. He lost the ball 3 times here. No, I want to see a constructive game from Jude Bellingham against they're probably not the best team right now in football, in Man City. But by then, I feel like they will be, because it's just top players playing in the top moment. So yeah, I want to see Jude.
Well, who do you think will be going through?
Man City.
Hands down.
Man City.
Bruh.
Man City. And same they're not even on. They're
the same heritage.
No. Man City has beaten they've beaten the accusations.
Okay.
Last season they did.
Okay.
Last season. They've met 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Real Madrid beat them on a miracle.
How?
Yes.
How?
No.
How?
Yes.
How is it a miracle? They go just started counting themselves. How is it a miracle?
You were surprised.
I was not surprised.
You knew it.
I was in the group saying that we are going to go through when we are down.
Even when the time
yes, I was there in saying we are going to go through.
Yeah. So you see, at 89 minutes, I remember. Grealish had a ball going in, right, from the left hand side. What's his name? The goalkeeper had come out and he kicked the ball. The ball was going in, and your left back kicked the ball from the line. And from that moment, in the 88th minute, that's when that happened. And from that moment, Rodrigo came in. Not only scored, he scored 2, right?
Yeah, he scored 2.
Right.
Yeah.
So not only to get that 1 goal, but the second goal to come in. So
just a few minutes.
So within all these periods, they've beaten Man City on miracle, and Man City has outclassed them.
Yeah, convincingly.
Them. Even the one that they beat, Man City were the ones who failed to capitalize at home.
Yeah,
right.
They had more chances.
Yeah. So this matchup, you want to call it heritage, but Man City have the advantage.
First of all, Real Madrid is the better team this season than last season. We are a better team.
Right.
We are a better team.
Comparing yourselves, okay.
We are a better team.
True.
We have a younger squad that's starting now.
Mm-hmm.
And we've only lost 1 game this season so far to Atletico Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we have actually had the best defensive record ever since 2012 when we won the league with Jose Mourinho. So, saying all that, with our injuries of not having Courtois, Militao, Alaba, these are definite starters for Real Madrid. And we've also had injuries with Vinicius for a good part of the season. 14 games he's missed.
But it doesn't count now. Now he's back, so you can't use it anymore.
Well, I'm saying the progression of Rodrigo, who has also been injured, and we still performed to this level without having our main guys. And our main guys might be back, some of them might be back, but even though they're not back, I'm still confident with the guys that are now playing. Vinicius is back to his best. Jude Bellingham will be back. Rodrigo with his clutchness. Man City has to survive in the Santiago Bernabeu. If they survive the Santiago Bernabeu, if it's a draw, then they have a higher possibility of going through, because we have to go to the Etihad. Should they lose, there's no way back.
Even a 1 goal margin.
1 goal margin. Maybe it'll go to extra time in the Etihad.
In the Etihad.
With 1 goal margin. Okay. But because most of our players even have yellow cards coming into this game, Jude, Vini, Kamavinga, and Chouameni all have yellow cards. I think they are going to give. We need a 2-goal cushion. Because this guy's last. I know Vinicius is going to get a yellow card. Jude is going to get a yellow card. I feel this will be their last game at the Santiago Bernabeu, and we have to really put a cushion against because if Vini is on, I don't see anybody stopping him.
True, but I feel like City is a better team between the two of you.
They are the better team.
I think City goes through. It's not going to be a walk in the park or anything like that. It's going to be a tough game, really, really. And it all comes down to, because City will concede, because this season they concede all the time. They will concede. It's up to Haaland to step up on at the big stage to show that he is one of the best footballers. Best strikers.
Why not best footballers?
Did you see that in football?
Why not the best footballers?
He was having the fit. Come on, he isn't. He's one of the best finishers. So he needs to
statements like that what trigger epilepsy. All right, what, bro? Come on.
He needs to step up, because if he does what he did against Liverpool, like just not really being involved in the game, City are going to have a really, really tough time.
Yeah, and City will also lack some of the
but
guys.
You guys are not going to press them and run at them all the time.
We are.
In certain phases they will Valverde,
we have Valverde, Jude,
Vinicius, Jude, and Rodrigo. They give energy. So this is the thing.
We'll be a more energetic side this time.
In the beginning, they will try to, especially in the Santiago Bernabeu. I feel like in the first 15-20 minutes, I expect Real Madrid to be on top. I expect them to be on top. As the game is going on, it's sinking in. Rodrigo is getting more and more into the game. John Stones, Bernardo, their press starts being ineffective. Right?
We have to blow them out early.
Yes. As the press becomes ineffective, they're going to go deep. Now, the matchup between Rudiger and Haaland is a good one. Pace. Rudiger is going to torment him for the two legs. It's going to be a nice watch. That's a game in a game. So that is good. I expect Julian Alvarez has been lukewarm these days. I expect him to kind of show up with the space that is going to be afforded. But the biggest player in this game would be the king of assists himself, KDB. You've seen his stats, right? Over the last 10 years, he has one less assist to Lionel Messi.
Because apparently he has a groin injury.
It will be. The international break comes at for some people wrong time, and for some people good time because you can manage your key players within this period so that the quarterfinals you have your best players. Except when the international break is done, then players get injured right before. But if not, I definitely expect City to go through. City are not imperious anymore. They used to look. When you think about them, you have Mahrez on one side, and they look sublime. Right now, they look human. They don't look superhumans anymore. They look human completely. So that's why if you want to bet on City, you have some level of hesitation, doubt. The defense is not the best. There's no one guy you can say, okay, I depend on you to stop Jude Bellingham from winning a header when Valverde puts in that wicked cross at some point in the game. Right. So yes, Real Madrid can qualify. I just think this one I'm not going with my heart like I did with Bayern, and I'm going with my head. I'm going with my head this one, and Man City.
You said earlier you wanted Arsenal to go further in the UCL because you think it will affect the EPL. I think I'll counter that.
With this one, I also want. Actually, I would rather Arsenal and City both of them go through because it sets up a semi-final. And these two will have to be competing for the title. And
I feel for
so they will play three. They will technically play themselves 3 times in a space of maybe like 14 days.
I feel technically, if Arsenal goes into the semi-final, I think it gives them morale because it's first-time syndrome, where because of the hype and the fans will now be backing you for the UCL and the EPL. I feel it gives them more energy to go unbeaten in the EPL and get this title.
Then they will be playing should City also go through.
If City go through, it's a different feeling because
City been there, done that. It's not new.
So it will give extra legs to the Arsenal guys.
I agree with his point here. I
feel it's more dangerous for Arsenal to go further in the competition because if Bayern remove them, the fans will be like,
you guys are the same people the people we didn't trust in the beginning. You guys are the same.
And
you
now
haven't changed.
They will have only the EPL to focus
on.
And then I feel
bigger fish to fry.
Bigger fish. That means they'll play one game per week.
They're not in the FA Cup.
Which will deflate. It will deflate their. For me, in my opinion, I think it deflates
I agree
their
with
motivation.
him. I think you have to. You would have to think morale versus schedule.
Because at the end,
for them, morale is bigger than schedule.
Let's talk about it. Should they go out of the
UCL?
UCL,
I feel it kills their morale.
Most of the Arsenal fans will not be that yes, they'll be.
It kills them
halfway.
morale because they are actually seeing themselves in the final. Because
No.
This is why I'm telling you
they don't think they are the best team in the world. They feel like
no.
Okay.
They think it.
They think it
Mentally.
Mentally, they
Yes.
think it. Because look,
Yes.
they've beaten City.
Come on.
They've beat City this season already.
They've beaten City.
They beat Liverpool.
They beat Liverpool
Convincingly as well.
Yeah, they beat
right?
Liverpool.
Now they beat Bayern in a Champions
No,
League.
I mean, if they don't go through, they won't be that bad hurt.
Me, I feel they'll be badly hurt. Because now they only have one thing.
Because the EPL, they are now on top. It's just to lose now.
No,
I'm not saying that they're going to bottle it. I'm not saying that if they lose it, they've bottled it. They've not bottled it. It's still theirs to lose. All they have to do is win the rest of the game.
Okay, that's easier said than done.
All they have to do is win.
It's theirs to lose. Because right now, if they come out of the UCL, they can say, okay, yes,
focus on
we can go all hard.
Logically, yes, but then morale-wise, the fans are like, we're in the semi-finals. Come on, because at the end of the season,
I don't know any Arsenal fan if they do come out the quarterfinal, be like, oh, we are terrible.
They have blown a good chance.
I have one question. I have one question for you when it comes to this. Why, for example, when Arsenal had the chance 2 seasons ago to make it to the Champions League over Spurs, they played Spurs, right? Yeah. Spurs beat them. What did they do? They faltered. They could have still gone on to actually make top 4 minus that Spurs game. What did they do? They faltered. Why? Because they're kids. Right?
Okay.
Last season, the same thing happened.
They did not qualify against Sporting. Right, to make it to the quarterfinals.
They were favorites of that Europa.
Very favorites, yeah. Even they were unlucky if you look at the game. But okay, fine. They got knocked out. What happened to the rest of the league? Bigger fish to fry, blah, blah, blah. They bottled it.
They bottled it,
But then this is a different place.
Kids, they're not. They're mentally, they're not. Mentally, no, they're not. Honestly, it's most players. It's when football. It's technique, but mostly it's mentality, right? Yeah. If Odegaard now feels like I am a Champions League semi-finalist, like now, I am a Champions League semi-finalist. So that means that
one step to the final.
There are only 4 teams in the world that can say they are on par with Arsenal, with us.
3 other teams,
Like if they include, they have to include. Like you cannot call 4 teams and not call Arsenal. See, you could think that privately, but you have no evidence.
True.
But now they can think it privately and publicly. I'll give you another example. Liverpool, before they came into what they were now, the run that they had in the Champions League got them believing that, you know what, I think we're the best team.
Because
we can actually
Man City. They removed Bayern.
Like, you know what?
I'm not disputing what you're saying. Yes, that will give them a boost mental.
Because when going to the end of the season, I feel it's more of the adrenaline.
Yes, the mental edge that takes you over. Because fatigue is there already.
Yeah, that's true. But then, if they are playing these games when you have to be winning, especially the semis, so you meet a team like Real Madrid. Or
it's a big night because now they're excited. Now they have to level up.
They actually don't care. Honestly, they wouldn't care losing to City or Real Madrid. They would say, you know what?
They are the better
We've
team.
gone well enough, and next year we're coming. Like we have just sent a notice out to the world that listen, respect us. But if they go out to Bayern, what are we gonna say?
What do you mean? It's still Bayern.
No. Come on.
So
No.
Bayern's not a good team.
Right now they are not at their peak.
Arsenal is.
If they go out to if they beat Arsenal when the bookmakers say Arsenal is the favorite. We all know Arsenal is the better team, right? If they go out, what are we gonna say? You are who we thought you were.
And then they remain with the EPO, and then it's like you only have one thing to play for. The
pressure becomes multiple.
Things like everything be falling apart. But if they go to the semi-finals, you are playing Real Madrid. You are like, we're now on the same table with Real Madrid.
True.
We are one step away from the finals. We are going for the EPO.
And you have to know, the more you play better, the more the expectation from the fans change. So in the beginning of the season, every Arsenal fan, if we make it to the quarterfinal of the Champions League, I'm happy with it. All right. If we compete for the league or clearly make top 4, I'm happy with it.
Most of them wanted to saying they'll win.
Kind of like not win the league. They did not believe they'll win the league, but some would say I think we can go for the league, but not with with the Man City confidence, not with the Liverpool level confidence, right? But then now at this stage, at this moment, the way they're
They are
playing,
very confident.
yeah,
Right?
of course,
Yeah.
every fan's expectation now is, I think we're good enough for the EPL.
Yeah.
We're good enough to make it to the Champions League semi-final. At least. That's the least.
That's the least.
They can even look at themselves and say, we can go toe-to-toe with City or Real Madrid if given that opportunity. So, right now, they are playing in their own heads. They're in their own heads of how good are we?
Yeah.
They're questioning themselves.
Yeah.
How good are we? So, the answer only comes at Bayern.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they need to beat Bayern to. All right.
Yes.
Well, I do hope they do though.
I hope they don't.
I
I hope they don't.
if I was a rival fan, I hope they don't beat Bayern.
Yeah. It changes
And
everything
it
about the
changes
club.
everything, yeah. It
After
gives them
all
more
these
confidence.
years
I understand
of
that.
mediocrity,
Yeah,
it changes
I understand
everything.
that completely because it helps them. You feel like you are the best in England.
Yes.
So yeah, I completely understand that. But hey,
Imagine City goes out as well.
yeah,
They're the only English team standing in the Champions League.
That's what I don't want. So I want City to go through. Really.
So yeah, and also shout out the Spanish league. This is why the UCL is a Spanish-dominated competition. We have 3 potential semi-finalists. When last did EPL have 3 in the semi-finals? You have to go back to 2004-7, somewhere when Arsenal, when it was Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man Utd, Barcelona. You had 3. That's ages. You see, for Spain, we are used to this.
Okay.
We are used to have, yeah.
Right.
It's just a shout out.
Okay.
Yeah, we dominate this UCL. This is why it will be an all-Spanish final. El Clásico. Finally, we will witness the best game in the world. El Clásico in the finals.
So I thought you said PSG was beating Barca.
That's my analysis.
Give the boy some syrup. give him some syrup with that waffle.
That's my analysis, but my prediction.
Okay.
I've actually been seeing this around. Imagine the Champions League final, Barcelona versus Real Madrid, Europa League final, Liverpool. Listen, if you know the Champions League, these things never work out like that.
Yeah.
Arsenal, and Man City and Liverpool have been playing top football for the last 4 or 5 years. They never met in the Champions League final.
Yeah, Real Madrid and Barca the same. We are playing the best and never met.
Never
in the
met.
final.
So
They won't allow it.
and it's not like even Barcelona are playing at their best. Actually, Barcelona. This is not.
Yeah, this is why
El Clásico is not actually El Clásico right now because I have to watch Kubasi and Felix. Come on, get off it. Like, don't tell me that's the biggest spectacle Champions League would
As
have.
Jose Mourinho says, the world stops when El Clásico is being played.
Yeah, that was back then.
That was then.
Even now.
Nope.
Bruh.
El
Nope.
Clásico is still Clásico.
You can go and check the numbers, the viewers.
Nobody actually
But
cares.
aside from that,
Yeah.
Liverpool losing to United in the FA Cup. So the club
Quadruple fail.
The
All
quad,
is over.
the quad is over.
the quad bike.
Okay.
The
One
quad.
goal is off, one goal is off. Okay, I want to say this before you continue.
Yeah.
People might think what I'm about to say is a dig or I'm throwing shade, but I want to say I have so much more respect for you. To support a team like Chelsea and you lose so many times, and you still like have the energy to be on the pod.
Actually, we should say we have respect for him.
No, wait, let me finish.
Let him land, and then let me see where you're taking this.
Yeah.
Let
To go through that much
Sure.
pain.
Hold
yeah.
on, should I write notes?
Yeah,
Why should?
please,
Okay.
please. To go through that much pain and still have the energy to be on the pod, man.
All right, cool.
I didn't want to be here today.
Oh, okay.
I did it because it hurts. I'm in pain.
I mean, we haven't seen you on the page, but yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what. But for him, he'll be on the page talking, but like I'm in pain because it makes no sense.
No, but actually, I can understand
No,
it.
I understand. Like, yeah, it was at Old Trafford, and big ups to the fans, United fans. They stepped up because when the players actually needed it,
Yeah, the game was
came
entertaining.
out
Yeah,
with loud voices.
and
But I
United
feel like
should have actually scored more. Anyway,
in
True,
the first half,
true.
In the first half, they should
True.
have scored. Like they should have won the game.
But also, you
First
can
half.
make that case. Javier Elliott's missed cross that hit the post.
Yeah.
But McTominay had many tappings and
McTominay,
Rashi.
Yeah.
Oh, he could have finished that game in 90 minutes.
Man United should have
In
won.
second half, I felt like changing Salah, bringing on Gakpo. I'm a big fan of Gakpo.
Yeah.
I love him. Last time I was even saying he's one of the January signings to change.
Which I disagree.
Yeah, you disagree, but I really love him. But I feel he was the one who killed Liverpool yesterday. Bringing him on to replace Salah, he came to slow down the game.
I feel you. Okay,
Wait,
anyway, yeah.
And there's a stat in EPL that most goals from strikers is from your first or second touch. He will take 4 touches, and whenever you actually watch him play, when he's about to shoot, he counts his steps. He goes 1 to then. He does that, and it's in EPL. The defenders will block you. Will come to. That's what most of his shots. If you check, it's always blocked. They block his shots a lot because he takes too much time. We had a break, 5v2. You push 1, 2. Why do you get so close to the 18 ball before you pass? The ball is faster than you are. The ball gets to the destination before you do. You are the center. At that point, he was running through the center, so you are the striker. You had, I think, Nunez on your left and 3 people on your right. Make that first pass. You run faster without the ball. Make the first pass, so whoever gets the ball has more space in front of them to make the decision. So you get the ball, you make the pass, and you run through the middle because there are 2 defenders. That means they have to trace you, track whoever has the ball, and track Nunez. But you hold onto the ball, hold it, get into the box before you pass.
Thank you for using the long routes to say his football IQ is.
It's annoying because at that point, and it was a bad pass. So then
aside from all that, my main question for you is how's the morale going into the EPL?
I feel like.
After losing,
why do you give him that face? Why you give it?
I feel we losing the international break came. It's yin and yang. It came at a bad time because we have to marinate in this loss for 2 weeks, and that even hurts because that's what you be seeing all over the Twitter. You see it everywhere for 2 weeks. We have to endure this. Also, it's good because then now we have our players coming in. We have Jota, Trent. We have everybody else. Alisson will also be stepping up. Salah will not be going to Egypt, so he has 2 weeks to actually be 100%. So I feel like all the international break came at a good time for injuries wise, but we losing this game right before, and I feel this should, I don't know, the mentality wise, it could be bad or good. So it should be a springboard, and we meet them again in 3 weeks. So should we beat them, I think that would paper over this disappointment. But should we draw or lose, then that's it. We should just.
All right. So officially, it's the tricycle.
Yeah, we have a tricycle now.
Yeah.
The quad has been.
Yeah.
Off.
Yeah. It got stuck. It got stuck in the
end
desert.
Of eras, as Tenax says, eras come to an end. Then he's ended one good
thing that could have happened.
That could have happened.
That quad.
Yeah.
He went for quad. Klopp had the chance to go for quad twice.
Yeah.
He has won the Carabao.
And one is you. You messed it, and the other one who messed it up.
That's City. Yeah.
And Steven Gerrard, those 2.
Yeah. So, what I was saying, well, he says Steven Gerrard. I mean, Coutinho tried. Coutinho tried.
He took him off.
Yeah, he took him off. He's like, nah,
I don't want you to win it for Liverpool and come off.
Funnily, that's your legend. That's your legend.
I love him though.
Anyway. For me, talking about the game itself, I want to highlight a couple of players that
I wanted to do that, but you.
I'm super impressed with, because the last time we were talking, I said any Manchester United fan at this moment should be very excited about the future. Now, the football that they're playing is bum.
Very
bum football. There's a part in the second half where almost the Liverpool fans were doing ole. I know it was 2-1.
Yeah.
They couldn't touch the ball. They couldn't get close enough. The midfield had so much time. So much. You're like, Ten Hag, like, what are you actually doing? Yeah. But sometimes your coach can be average, but your players have the mentality to drag you.
True.
And the mentality of Garnacho can be taught by anybody.
That's true.
He will run for you for 90 minutes without stopping.
That's why he has a goat, the real goat.
Of course, he's his idol. It shows, The ones that play like Cristiano Ronaldo really have this mentality. The Haaland, the Mbappes, and the Garnachos. They have this mentality. If you're a Messi fan, you can now mute the show and come back after 1 minute, because now I'm about to
cry in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was, every time I see him play, I keep wondering, They keep telling him at the Argentina team to stop doing. But at some point, it's inevitable. He's going to be that guy that they lean on. So he's going to have to do the C in an Argentina game, and they will have to deal with it.
Celebrate it.
Yeah, they'll just have to deal with it. But he's so good.
Yeah.
He is Højlund. Okay, Højlund. Every time they play.
The system doesn't suit him. For me, in my opinion, the system doesn't suit him.
Yes, but he is
he's good.
A good player. He has so many good, for me, too many good intangibles as a player. And then the one that I'm excited about the most, Kobe Seedorf. I hate the fact that they're the ones that have him. I wish
you did.
But we have too many kids already. We already have a nursery that we're tending to, so we can't add more. But he is a special player. There's no phase on the game that he doesn't excel in them right now, but he will excel in them. Like tackling, there's some tackles that he does on the pitch, and you wonder, how old are you, bro? Like, come again. You know when, I'm not trying to compare the levels, but you know when Pep Guardiola said, I can't believe Jude Bellingham is 17, right? This is the same thing. I can't believe he's 18 because the things the way he wants to command the game, and they say every good player almost look like they have extra time. When you watch Seedorf playing,
he's calm.
Always looked like he had extra seconds, and that's what. There was one point where somebody was on his back, and the whole fans were like shouting, like, "Move the ball!" He took his time, and then the pass that he made, it was right next to the midfielder, but he curved it so well. Like, composure. I'm like, who is this guy?
He's good with driving the ball forward.
He's good at dribbling in tight spaces, creating space for himself. His body shape. The only problem I have with him, just small, but it's because of the experience. And I get why they take him off sometimes. If you look, he follows the ball too much. Yeah. So he gets caught out of position, and then now trying to get into position. Not terribly. No. It's not like, oh no, he's always out of position. But there are those times because he wants to win every ball. So when he sees the ball around him, he just goes. And then once the ball gets around him with a pass around him, or they manage to dribble him, his recovery now, he's jogging slowly. And who is the DM at Manchester United? Nobody. So then there are acres of space in behind him. But minus that, this kid is flat out special. And I keep saying, England, they're not going to take him to the World Cup for obvious reasons. He's too young, I'm telling you, you give him a Declan Rice, who is a marshal in the defensive phase, and you give this kid that type of person, say, okay, now you be the box-to-box type of controller. Obviously, you say he's too young. England has too many good players, so you cannot tell him to be the controller. Well, as a controller, you don't have to be the only one.
Do it with somebody.
Jude Bellingham can help by dropping a bit deeper to play the ball, right? Phil Foden, if they're going to play him on the left, right, can come in and be part of the game. Saka is not really that. He'll stay out there. But if you have Trent playing at a right back, can come in and help him play. But he can be that guy, really. I love this kid. I love this kid.
One other player, for me, watching the game, the two players that stood out for me, apart from the obvious senior players, were Kwanzaa and Kobe. Jarrell Kwanzaa, what a game he had.
I've always rated him the first time I saw him. I think preseason against Bayern. I was like, you guys have some Kwanzaa. No.
He's not pressed. There was a ball, a phase where when it was really raining and the ball came. I think there was pressure on us at that time.
Sorry, is he English?
He's English. Ghanaian English, but
really? Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Sounds like Kwame.
Ghanaian English. So the ball came.
You think he would choose Ghana? Sorry.
Oh no.
Okay. Because I know he would.
I hope he wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unpatriotic.
I'm being honest because even the GFA isn't patriotic, so why should I be?
Okay. But you would want Kwanzaa and Maynard to be part of the Ghanaian team.
Yes,
but
you know what happens in Ghana.
Right.
So anyway, the ball comes. He was being pressed. He chests the ball up, lobs it, controls. Then even the whole fun, everyone was kind of like,
I know what you're talking about.
"Ooh, that was too calm."
He actually sent the I think it was Rashford. He actually sent Rashford going towards the goalkeeper, and he turned into
like, and even for is it the second goal or the first goal? Yeah, he created the first goal by dribbling into the box and passing the ball to Nunez. Nunez lays it off to McAllister, and then it took a deflection.
Well, Liverpool out.
We are out.
You only have the Europa to hope
EPL,
and hope Xavi.
No, wait, hold on. We haven't shed any light to the Europa. People probably would think we don't watch it or something.
Yeah.
Just a few seconds. It's not a given that Liverpool actually gets the Europa.
No,
for two on their way. You watch Atlanta sometimes.
Yeah,
Atlanta.
No, they will beat Atlanta.
They will, but it's not like it's a given. It's not a given.
I think that one's a given. For me, the teams that I would fear for Liverpool, AS Roma, who they can only meet in the final, and Leverkusen, who they can only meet in the finals.
Yes.
So,
who is
on the other
Marseille or Benfica, and I don't.
No, hold on. I rate Benfica a little bit, just a little bit. Di Maria,
because of heritage, their case they will not reach. They still have
no. They can reach. We beat them in the finals when Matic was playing for them.
They still have many more years to go. Still, that case is broken. So.
They can go to the finals. They will win.
I think Liverpool. It's a nice side for them. Atlanta.
No, it's a nice side, but they are good game. When you're saying these other teams have games, I don't think Liverpool can afford to playing Atlanta. You can sprinkle in some kids, but playing against Benfica,
we can't.
Because I expect Benfica to beat Marseille unless something
that game is that game is too 50-50.
Yeah. Aubameyang
Marseille is a very good side for Benfica level, and they'll definitely it's either or.
I would rather want to see Benfica play against.
But should we go to
Liverpool.
the final and meet Leverkusen? That would be
Leverkusen or Roma for me, because Roma have got experienced players. They have got experienced players. They have veterans. Okay, not veterans.
Lukaku would have the chance to clear his name.
It's Roma, because Roma have even AC Milan. It might.
Okay, the Chelsea boys are doing a thing.
So you'll be going for them.
Well, I see maybe the coaching and stuff. Like Pulisic was always kind of like a good player. Loftus-Cheek was always kind of injuries was the problem. Now the problem with AC Milan is they don't have that defensive midfield anchor. They're always attacking. So I don't expect them to beat Liverpool in any shape or form. If they meet, it's for me. Any team that is not solid enough defensively, except Leverkusen, because their offense is so high powered that it offsets how brilliant or how porous they are defensively. But if you're not brilliant defensively, I'm sorry, Liverpool smacks you over two legs. They just beat you.
So don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to share. This is the Football Clinic, and we are out.